November 1930, Northern Canada. Fur trapper Joe Labelle snowshoes into the Inuit village of Angikuni Lake, a place he's visited for 20 years. The campfires still smoke. Pots of caribou stew simmer over embers. But where are the people? Not just missing, vanished. 30 men, women, and children, gone without a single footprint in the fresh snow. No signs of struggle, no dropped tools. Just 7 sled dogs, starved to death, still tied to posts. And stranger, the graves at the edge of the village. Every single one had been opened from the inside. Labelle found rifles leaning against tents, unthinkable for Inuit hunters to abandon. Food stores sat untouched. A half-mended parka lay with bone needles still threaded. It was as if everyone mid-action simply stopped existing. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police would later call it the most baffling case in our history. Days earlier, 2 other trappers, John Hornby and Harold Adlard, had vanished 200 miles south. Their camp showed signs of something tearing through, supplies with inhuman strength. The Mounties initially suspected a murder-suicide, until they found Hornby's diary. The last entry reads, "They're watching from the tree line now. No faces, just tall shadows where men should be." At Angikuni, investigators made a grisly discovery. Every burial cairn had been dismantled from inside. Not by animals, stones were stacked neatly to the side, and the bodies nowhere to be found. Inuit elders later told reporters, "The dead walk when the northern lights turn black." The official report lists 0 evidence of animal attacks. No blood, no tracks, no signs of mass migration, no trail in the snow, and no foul play, no signs of violence. The case was closed in 1931 as cause unknown, but not before one officer quit, claiming, "Something followed us back from that village." In 2018, physicists discovered a rare atmospheric phenomenon where auroras emit infrared light instead of visible colors. To the naked eye, it looks like the sky goes black, exactly as the elders described. Could this explain the graves? Some scientists theorize these wavelengths might briefly reanimate nervous tissue, but the government burned all soil samples from Angikuni in 1935. 26 years later, a TransCanada Airlines flight reported seeing a glowing village near Angikuni Lake, complete with moving figures. When rescuers reached the coordinates, empty tundra. The pilot's logbook was confiscated. His co-pilot refused to speak of it until his deathbed confession. They weren't Inuit. They were too tall, and they flickered. In 2019, a team of YouTubers investigating Angikuni vanished overnight. Search teams found their cameras still recording. 6 hours of footage showing only the northern lights, until the final frame, where something blocks the lens with a hand too large to be human. Geologists recently mapped a subterranean river beneath Angikuni Lake. Some speculate the village sank into caverns during a sudden collapse. But then why no cracks in the ice? And why would graves empty first? The last artifact found at Angikuni was a walrus tusk etched with symbols. Translated by an Inuit shaman in 1987, it reads, "When the sky dies, the taken will return." The shaman died that same night. The tusk, locked in an RCMP evidence vault that mysteriously flooded in 2003. So, what really happened at Angikuni Lake? A geological anomaly? A phenomenon science hasn't named yet? Or something that watches from the Black Auroras, waiting to take whole villages at a time? If you want more mysteries that refuse to stay buried, subscribe, ring the bell, share this with someone who knows winter nights are too quiet. I'm Liz. Stay warm, stay together, and never trust the northern lights.